American Bloom judges in, and I want to introduce a person from our garden club, our wonderful garden club, Georgia Bayman, who's going to introduce our judges to you.
Thanks, Dee. We certainly welcome our two American Bloom judges, Darlene Blake, who's here from Iowa, and Daryl Trout. They're judging 3 cities that are in the 10,001 to 15,000 population category, and we are the middle one that they're visiting these 2 days. I think maybe everybody has had a chance to meet Darlene and Daryl, maybe, and
there's a couple that snuck in later.
Okay. Our city manager had to leave, but of course our mayor, Dee Gillis, our council member, our young council member, Caitlin Black, council member Joe Gibson. Let's see. Township trustee Phil Cox. He's hiding. Chamber of Commerce director Matt Owen. Tip Monroe Community Services director Kathy Taylor. Tree board member Joanna Pittenger and Tom DeRoss, and Parks Advisory Board member Kelly Gillis, and Ruth Safrey, and let's see, from Spring Hill, Craig Harmer. Some of you are also members of the American Bloom Committee. So, and we have Nancy Bowman here from our local paper, and Mike McDermott from
tipnews.com.
Okay. This radio program. Now, who did I miss? Marilyn. And Marilyn, yes, I have a special thank you for Marilyn. Marilyn Fennell, who has put this reception together and sent out the invitations. Thank you, Marilyn, very much. The National American Bloom Organization was founded in 2001 and is headquartered in Columbus, Ohio. AIB is dedicated to promoting nationwide beautification programs and personal and community involvement through the use of flowers, trees, and other environmental and lifestyle enhancements. Tip City began its involvement with the program in 2004 when the management of Spring Hill Gardens Alive suggested to the city that participating in the AIB program could be beneficial to the community. A committee comprised of representatives from area garden clubs, civic organizations, businesses, and program and service directors was formed. In 2005, Tip City entered its first national AIB competition. With only a few months to prepare and not knowing what to expect, the committee opened doors to our community and welcomed the 2 judges. At the awards ceremony in Cleveland that fall, City Manager Dave Collinsworth was pleased to accept the 2nd place award for Tip City. Tip City continued to participate in the AIB judging during the summers of 2006, 2007, and 2008. Last year there was a break in evaluations, but not in our local community efforts to help organize projects. While Darlene and Daryl are visiting our city, they will be evaluating how well we address each of 8 criteria areas: floral displays, landscaping, urban forestry, turf and ground cover, heritage, community involvement, environmental effort, and tidiness.
What about food?
That plays a pretty important part. Each member city that enters the national competition receives a detailed evaluation following the awards ceremony. As a result of the suggestions offered in our past evaluations, Tip City now has an official flower, the Pride of Tip Mum. And that was one thing that Darlene and Nick, the last 2 years ago, suggested that since that's kind of one of the things we're noted for, that might be a nice idea. Spring Hill has donated bluebird houses as well as thousands of spring bulbs and flowers. The Rotary Club, Tip City Garden Club, and generous donors have helped American Bloom continue its beautification efforts. Tip City is one of 3 cities in the 10,001 to 15,000 population category being judged by Darlene and Daryl, and the results of their evaluation will be announced at the awards symposium in St. Louis at the end of September. The AIB committee would like to thank everyone who has supported their efforts. We have a city to be proud of, and I have the biographies of Darlene and Daryl if you would like to look at them. And then I would like to thank my committee. Well, first of all, Darlene and Daryl just completed a very busy day looking at our park systems, industrial areas, residential, subdivisions, apartment complexes and condos, cemeteries, street and stormwater maintenance with Jim Asher, all that was with Jim Asher, and tree maintenance with John Montgomery. And then they toured Spring Hill Gardens Alive Research Center with Craig this afternoon and visited 4 gardens with Donna, Carol, and Linda. And there's still more to come. It's a whirlwind, abbreviated sample of what makes our city tick. We appreciate the time that Darlene and Daryl are spending with us and hope they can return someday soon for our Mum Festival. Yes. I would like to thank our terrific, tireless America in Bloom Committee for everything they've done to make Tip City look its best. Linda Dorsey, Warner, who had to leave. They represent the Tip City Garden Club. Carol Wernicke, Kathy Taylor, there's a couple here. Greg Harmer from Spring Hill Gardens Alive. He's given us so many bulbs, so many flowers. Jim, I wish Jim was here. His park crew and now his street crew have done so much for us, so many countless jobs, and I'm sure he's going to be changing his cell phone number. It's too easy to get in contact with. And then Mark Mablatini, our public library director and member of Rotary. He had Rotary donate a lot of money so we could buy the large pots downtown that we have on 8 corners. And now they're also going to pay for new garden award signs. And he's going to be our chef tonight out at the Roundhouse Park. Marilyn for sending out the invitations, running copies, and arranging this reception. Matt Owen, who's our director of the Chamber of Commerce, for all his help, and Kevin Price, who I don't think made it either, who's going to be leading some of the tour tomorrow. And Brad Bath, who's absent, our assistant city manager. Dave Wirtz, my significant other half there, and the city for their support. They don't ever say, no, you can't plant that there, or no, you can't do that. We just ask them, they let us do it. so thank you very much. And